Ready, it is time to get into Overpass, 3D Max versus GamerLegion. Thank you for bearing with us as we get through those tech issues, and into the pistol fights we go. As Towson looking to open things up onto Maka. It's going to be Exercise of First Blood. 3D Max coming out on top because Exercise has got two as he just lays down some fire through the monster tunnel. GamerLegion not really getting close to their objective, but they finally fight a couple of these kills back, and a 3v3 off the back of those two headshots returned.
And some good damage with the long-range fights. So 3v3, still so much time left on the clock. For GamerLegion, they have a couple of options. Obviously going back to A, but also just freezing, like waiting out for another 20-30 seconds, simulating that they've vacated this outside B area and then ending the round on B anyways. We see the smoke from Gravity, probably wanting to buy time for Body to make an information play. He hears this, so let's see if Exercise comes closer so they can try and establish a crossfire.
Oh, Res. Great shot. Exercise. Oh, no, they get right by him. And they're just going to run by. They don't need to deal with him. They don't need to deal with that threat. Just run into the side. Leaves ETR at the back, and the low HP player domes Exercise. So it's Gravity, the in-game leader, fighting forward for his team. Final 20 seconds to hold on forward. He's out of bullets. And he's out of life. It's going to be a GamerLegion pistol after all that. It started...
Let's see. I don't expect these two teams to be as maybe passive on the CT side as we saw Tai Lu. Smoke long to deny vision and hopefully keep the players on that side as they sneak out monster.
Well, PR up first. Exercise are alone now because his teammate Gravity swings into the open. Just the one against PR, who's already on default. Here comes a rotation from 3D Max. Sending players flooding down CT. Lucky is 5-7 at range, removes Luck, Kersey, and we've got Rez and PR doing what they can. But the kill's already in for 3D Max, and it ends up being way too easy for them. There's not even a bomb plant coming in there for the T's. These Tech 9s can be pretty damn deadly when they come out of the connector and overwhelm Body. He needs to be ready for that. Held behind smoke cover, he will retreat to the bomb site. GamerLegion just accept the fact that they've at least got some space back. They're going to go into connector because a B split is on the cards here for GamerLegion. The bomb waiting outside of the monster tunnel. Whoop. ZTR very low from that spam. Unconfirmed damage for Gravity. He's going to hear the nades being thrown out. Flashes raining on in. But the setup has some range behind it, and against the pistols, Gravity making his life a little bit easier. A headshot on PR, a dink onto Rez. GamerLegion still only pushing forward with the bomb plant now as 3D Max have rotated the remaining forces down here. They still have the advantage in terms of the players, but there is no utility left, and there's only one kit. So there's still a shot for GamerLegion to turn this in their favor. Unlikely now with Gravity and Exercise now moving forward, and those are the two original B defenders still alive, still kicking, and they're going to come back in for the retake and defuse that bomb. So GamerLegion at least getting the bomb plant and one kill, but not much else to write home about. 7-1 start for him. Gravity. Start of the smoke, here comes the jump through, and Gravity's got one. Towson to respond, at least keeping the numbers even at the beginning of round 5. Body just trying to wait for the perfect time. Start of the smoke, strikes not so clean on the second kill, but I think he'll be happy enough with one. If his teammates can do a good enough job at stalling out GamerLegion, a 3v3 for the T's, at least GamerLegion have so much time to work with.
And you can see how 3D Max is almost inviting GamerLegion to speed up towards B with those aggressive plays. Maka rotated down. Exercise is going to go for the re-aggress and find PR. He's the B extremity player. But his teammates are close by to get the trade. So there's all 4 players are on this B bomb site. C4 down in water. Playing hide and seek at the moment.
Maka connecting onto Towson, leaving Rez in not an impossible clutch, but certainly going to be difficult. The bomb in their possession in the water. The smoke has just dropped it short. Maka looking for him coming through it. Oh, Rez use the Molotov to try and force Maka out of position. Maka got a head start in changing the spot, so it wasn't forced into the open by the fire, and Rez is not going to get any easy fights here. They're doubled up, flashes up. Send bullets back. Oh, if he had pulled that off, that would have been something special from Rez. Here, GamerLegion. Earlier in the half, it would be Rez. Now, Towson getting a go. And he's going to start walking his way up through short. Catching anybody in the open from 3D Max, so disciplined and don't provide an opportunity. In this round, they don't really know what kind of economy they're up against, but you'd have to imagine it's not very good, so giving any aggressive looks or offering up any opportunity for chaos, letting GamerLegion come to them, and Towson is now arriving inside of the bomb site. Exercise of that smoke on the barrels. 35 seconds. Look how many players are now arriving for 3D Max's defenses on this B bomb site. It is not going to be an easy finish to the round here for GamerLegion. They've got to brute force their way through the defenses, and that is exactly what they're doing. Towson and ZTR with 2. PR's Deagle trying to catch these players reloading, and he's doing a decent job, but it's going to be Rez and Towson following up with further kills. And GamerLegion, even though 3D Max had so many defenders on this side of the map, they still come out on top. Continue to push. No one even peeks out long. GamerLegion just settling into the round.
You can see how big the buy is for them. They're almost out of utility. Only one smoke left on Gravity. Incendiary unlucky, a couple of flashes. Kit on body and Exorcist. And the bomb is all the way over at Connector. PR is now going to leave B to go pick that up, and we're looking at an A split to finish here for GamerLegion, but again, it's going to be late. So you're going to see all these B players move on the first time of utility, and Lucky and Gravity move immediately. So it's going to be a lot of defenders on this bomb site for GamerLegion to get through.
Well, let's see how 3D Max can put a stop to it. 28 seconds left. Body going to be waiting for the long offensive. Actually goes into the fight with a flash set up by Lucky. Effective trade from Kersey, but Maka in the bathrooms looking to shut them down. Rez and Kersey, last leap out of long, but it's Lucky's FAMAS that chimes in. Maka finally down and out as Lucky gets one in the FAMAS, back towards the toilets and finishes towards long, and Body stands up. Well, kind of. It was more like a half sit.
You know, you're throwing utility towards A, making it look like it's an A execute. Then your B guy starts trying to find a kill. Maybe he finds a kill, then you fake that you're going back to B, that you're running down Connector, but you have a player on A still listening for those rotations, and you need to be able to push and pull the defense like that, because you saw, right, there's 35 seconds left. There's no pressure being put on B for a long time now, and they're showing a presence on A. He immediately had 2 extra B defenders rotate towards the A bomb site. And sure, that can be risky because they could just be cutting noise on B and faking A and going B, but that's a more advanced play that you don't necessarily worry about at the start.
Actually, see stepping out into the open. Rez to fall down, and it just feels very flat right now for GamerLegion. This is their map pick as well. Don't think Ash is going to be feeling too good about this T side. Expected.
For me, the approach is problematic because you know 3D Max is a team like that. You know they're very quick to rotate. You know they love to be aggressive on the CT side. Oh, Lucky got spotted. Let's see if they can still make a round out of this Kersey and Towson.
Well, he realizes he's spotting. He knows that utility's coming in, so he tries to get a head start on taking those fights. Still loses his life. And all of a sudden, yeah, you're right. This is completely back on for GamerLegion, but a missed shot from Mac, it doesn't matter as much because Body gets the kill from Heaven. But Towson, time has to plant right now. Start right now. There might be just enough to get it down, and it will be planted. And we've got Maka still at short on the sidearm. Towson with a clutch, and GamerLegion did not expect to win this round. That close, and they've taken a lot of casualties, so you're immediately down to a FAMAS on 2 players, and then 4 for Ecstasy, and pistols on the rest. So a chance for GamerLegion to really make a half out of this while not playing the best game.
A couple of gifts given to them by 3D Max. You know, the benefit of GamerLegion picking Overpass is 3D Max gets to start on the CT side, but we don't know how they'll do once they switch over to the more difficult side. So if they lose this round, we're looking at a 5-5 half or scoreline already in the first half. PR coming back, finding a kill onto Body, who was just about to push. He's the B player, so that should be very telling for 3D Max. That it's an A push, and like gets his hand on an op, traded immediately by Rez.
Yeah, they're just straight back in. So GamerLegion with the bomb planted, no money left over here for 3D Max, and they're all separated. There's no combined effort that can really be all that effective in terms of really retaking this round.
Very important for 3D Max to stop the momentum for GamerLegion more than anything else. Swing from Gravity after the shot from Maka. Catches PR a little bit off guard. Advantage 3D Max. And Towson got spammed to 9 HP.
Kersey extending around long. And Body heading into the bathrooms. All right, Body's going to hear the steps. He's primed and ready for this. What? ZTR just runs right by without even thinking about the possibility that Body could be in here, and Body is given a double. Oh, that is... that's not good for GamerLegion. That is very easy for Body. And that'll be a 6th round.
I'm not sure if that was maybe some miscommunication or just a plain old lapse in judgment from ZTR, but Body, another big round from him, another multi-kill. He's been the shining light for 3D Max in this tournament, you know. Even when his team would struggle at times, he would be able to deliver key rounds. His team really needed this one to stop the bleeding. Towson gonna try and save the AWP if he can.
Doesn't seem like it's likely. It's exercises now in the playground. Towson's gone, and all right, quick into this one, taking some water control. ZTR in the connector fight. A dink landed, and that's why the AK's better. So unlucky, Body. Quick decision here for GamerLegion. Just group up outside of B. Very decisive. Maka short. And 2 players in the bomb site. Strong enough B hold at the moment. We'll see if the flash, is effective, and it certainly will be. Forces Gravity away. Exercise got blind on the second flash, and PR just absolutely mauls them. Rez on the follow-up, and GamerLegion hit them hard to close the half.
Nice execute from GamerLegion, even though they were going into 3 players. Just the flash, they're so strong. PR on the entry.
Oh, good start for ZTR. GamerLegion grab the opening. Can they find the follow-up? Eventually, yes. You do have to take a casualty, though, and here comes the play from 3D Max into the B bomb site. Kersey biding his time, keeping his head down until the perfect time to go up, and Kersey doesn't get anything done, but his teammates certainly will. And Lucky now asked to clutch, and it's a doable situation for him. Yeah, he had a moment there. We could have had a 1v1 fight, but now they're grouped up together, kind of. You know, Towson a little bit further out towards Graffiti, Ruz on short. And Lucky's out of there. He's got the bomb. That's a luxury to have in his possession. He's got a lot of time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's probably the best player to have in the clutch if you're 3D Max. So let's see. GamerLegion will eventually be aware of this possibility. Him rotating all the way around. And let's see, they're not in a position to really stick together. That will give Lucky an opportunity. Rez now coming back. He will catch him on this cross.
Certainly going to be able to have the opportunity to take him down. Whether or not he can land a shot is a different thing entirely, because Rez has actually sustained the brunt of the damage in that engagement. 20 seconds on the clock, and Lucky knows, okay, where's the other one then? Let's have a little bit of a look. If you have more time, could consider the B play, but gonna put the bomb down in the middle of the truck. Rez is gonna run him down. Oh, actually, here's the steps. He comes off it, but time is the problem, and he's now pushed by the Joe Berettas. A tough one to win, and GamerLegion end up playing it. Space. He's done that pretty well. He'll have his teammates following behind them, realizing GamerLegion haven't really put anybody here. Kersey now drifting back on a rotation to the A site to help out Rez.
And Exorcist is just going to keep walking up long, and let's see if GamerLegion decides to check it or just going to hold it from the bomb side. ZTR is coming in now to take over it.
Rez on the spin around. He's able to get one more body to break him with the Deagle, and 3v3 out of this situation is a little scary because Body bangs out another. PR on the stairs, 50 seconds on the clock. And 3D Max thinking about a plant soon, but the bomb actually took a risk and dived up on top of the stairs, and then Maka closes. And yeah, you can understand why they're so happy about that for them. In the last round, they're celebrating, and then immediately sent back to the doldrums of despair. So
that's the problem with the 4B opening, right? You want to deny, you know, some sort of a monster expo, but it leaves a gap on A. Exercise finds it.
Whoa, whoa.
They almost found him.
Finally, Exercise gets something out of this situation. Gravity might actually use this gap monster perfectly. Look at this. The distraction coming in from short. Gravity walking out. Yeah, that feels pretty good if you're 3D Max. Rez and Kersey left 2v5. Kersey now alone at Heaven. Nice shot on the scout. And Lucky makes sure it is just the one as the scoreline's tied up, and 3D Max has some life injected back into them thanks to that previous.
And that's the problem. Knowing there's no op in play, look how aggressive 3D Max is in just peeking, taking map control, right? Exorcist even finds an entry onto PR towards B, and Towson is outside Monster. Hello?
Okay, Towson's found the bomb. All right, he's been able to get his gun back out again, but Body through the fence makes it much more difficult for Towson to land a shot on him. ZTR though catching Exercise committed up short. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate on the timing there. With 1 minute 3 seconds left, Body staying committed to the B bomb site. ZTR, that grenade couldn't have been better. Lands right on top of his head. Rez lays down some law from Heaven, and more damage. Can't believe he doesn't get that kill on Lucky, but with Body falling and Lucky so low, it is just a matter of time before we see the scoreline tied up, unless some big mistake comes in. If they give him 1v1s, if they separate it like this, now he's got a shot at this. It's Kersey versus Lucky, and Lucky not expecting Kersey to come from the same position. An important 1v1 to pick up the tied scoreline.
Yeah, super interesting to see willingly 3D Max not buying an op. Maka had money for it, decides to stick with the AK. Just wanting to be able to maybe trade a little bit more efficiently, more mobile with the AK.
Under a minute, and finally, a kill comes on the server as Body to take away Rez.
We talked about how important the A player is on T side, making moves on his own, and he does get outmaneuvered by ZTR, but a big entrance from Body.
Yeah, there's going to be Towson and ZTR alongside PR now, shutting everything down from 3D Max as GamerLegion into the lead again. Kersey fighting towards the fountain. It's going to be Body again. I mean, he's having a fantastic performance. Can't fault anything Body's doing. 20 kills, 11 deaths, another opening towards A. It's on the rest of his teammates to make something happen off of this.
Let's see in another 4v5 what the call is for GamerLegion. Not really in a position to aggress towards A. Rez just jump spotting. Still 50 seconds left. Decent utility on 3D Max to finish this round.
Yeah, body's being detected from that jump. He'll dodge the grenade by tucking his head behind the divider. Here goes Rez into the open fight. Was confident to duel with Maka, but that range does not pay off for him. And Maka's had very few kills, but that one's impactful as it's won the round. It's forced GamerLegion into the safe call on the other side of the map. Here's here in PR. Aggression, the name of the game. He's gonna go short. Flash is good though. Extra, you need it. You need that kill. I really don't understand how he hasn't got that one, Yanko. That's a big miss from Exorcise. That might cost him down the stretch here. Lucky having to trade it back, but he takes damage.
Important trade to come in, but look at the confidence from Towson. Knowing they killed Exorcise. It's the B player. He already pushed out Monster and cleared outside B completely, so that enables the rest of his teammates to go over to the A bomb site. Rez still has good utility. They need to figure out how they want to play. Right now they're standing next to each other in the bomb site. This is not good despite having 3 players there.
Yeah, Kersey just having a little jump spot at the back of the dice box. Goes into the open. Nade. Ooh, not much. Two damage actually. It looked like it was going to be a lot better than it really was. Rez, side of the smoke, strong position. If he can dodge the flash, and he certainly will. He'll go back to it. It's only a single kill from Rez, 1 from ZTR, but a 2v2 with no bomb plant yet. It's going to take 1 player out of commission, but ZTR doesn't want to move forward alone. He wants to wait on Towson to come and join him so they can play this too. Ooh, no. Spot is lucky. Goes out to the right side, but Gravity's confident and will fight. And Towson was a long way off, so ZTR was trying to wait on him. But Towson's only arriving now, and ZTR has been dead for some time. Towson has to 1v2 this. It's clean on Gravity, and now it's only the low HP of Lucky between him and an 11th round victory. And he's going to put the molly in the right spot and force Lucky into the fight. Another clutch from Towson. Another big moment for GamerLegion off the back of the Dane. It has been a battle between Towson and Body for who's going to be able to solo carry in the big moments. No secret where 3D Max want to go in this round to us. You know, looking at the mini-map, everyone positioned outside of the B site. Body's not got the health to make any solo maneuvers towards A now.
We'll see just 1 smoke left on PR. Is he going to wait and use it defensively, or he's going to use it to block? Seems like he just would use it between pillar and barrels when the hit comes in. There it is.
Well, PR dropping the smoke and also dropping Gravity. 3D Max down a player, 4v5 with 30 seconds left, and GamerLegion's forces occupy the B bomb site. Searching for map points here on Overpass, but the French are still fighting, and the French are through. Rez is left alone up towards heaven, and GamerLegion collapse. We've got a tie game again, and it's so back and forth right up to the final moments.
And 3D Max in no rush, knowing that it's either an eco or a force buy with bad weapons. So they want to cross their T's and dot their I's. Not succumb to any funny business from GamerLegion, who unfortunately don't have much utility left either. Just 1 more smoke on Towson outside of Monster. And this is a nice call from GamerLegion to go back to A and re-aggress in numbers. 35 seconds left. Time is running low for 3D Max here. And Lucky gets caught by Rez. Rez with a double.
Rez is actually stepping up again. Massive impact at this point in the game. Is that going to be enough? Rez with a triple kill. All of a sudden, GamerLegion looked dead, and suddenly there's life breathed back into them by the Swede. PR's Deagle chimes in. 3D Max again. Another golden opportunity shredded away. And it turns out it's fool's gold as GamerLegion back into the lead again. That's all he's managed to bring to the table here. You know, I'll send the rest of the forces forward then. See if you can break apart this GamerLegion. Oh, that's Towson gone. He's going to be very frustrated about that. That's the danger man that's been involved in the whole game. Long setup now. Rez goes into the open. Body making sure that Rez takes a little damage on board, but Rez sticks to the fight. He sticks to Body. He's able to get rid of him. Maka swinging with Lucky. And finally, it is 3D Max going ahead on the player count. 4v3, the rotation being made. GamerLegion adjusting, racing players back to the upper bomb site.
And a little bit of indecision for 3D Max. Are they going to go? Are they going to stop? They slow it down. ZTR is a madman.
This is crazy at this point in the game, and it has not worked out for ZTR. PR's head turn, dead to Maka. We've got overtime as Kersey comes up for the 1v4, and I haven't seen anything that makes me think Kersey's going to be capable of coming close to this. This is going to be overtime, no problem. Bonus rounds as the French stay in it. They should have won this game in regulation. That last round was ridiculous, but this whole game has been ridiculous. You know, over on the P stream or the highlights on YouTube a little bit later on. Well, 12-12 into overtime. We've got Maka on that AWP as mentioned. I go, and it's worked out pretty damn well. Maka with the opening. Towson gone again.
And watch Gravity now try to pick out Monster. There it is, but he gets punished.
He's been doing that quite a bit. You know, once he's sensed the gap in Monster, he's been very successful. PR is going to plug the gap this time. A real back and forth, a rumble into overtime. And Lucky, he's walking close to ZTR. There's no flash ready to go against them. So ZTR probably going to get away with at least one hit as well. Oh my, no, that's real rough for Kersey. ZTR moved.
Try to get the AK.
Oh. Well, GamerLegion had a chance to win the round. Now,
they have no idea Rez is here. He's the A player. They don't expect him to be here, so there is a chance. There is a chance.
He's low on health. They've hit the pause button. They've got some time. He's running away. He's had enough. He's going to change up his avenue of approach.
Yeah, but you can see just the reaction from Gravity.
Talking about how Maka is such an influential player for the squad, and he was having a really quiet game. He's starting to find more and more impact as the game goes on. Great opening here for PR. Boosted up on top, catches Exorcise. But Gravity loves doing this. He's got a Mac 10 in overtime. And he's already through. Flash is ineffective. Towson forced back into the site, and Gravity dealt with. Pushes forward, but Towson toppling 2, ZTR chiming in, and yeah, back and forth we go. GamerLegion with a convincing victory here unless Body can run it all back in again. GamerLegion shouldn't let this one go. Body's cooled down a little bit as well from when we were highlighting his T-side impact. He's had 3 kills since then. I felt like we said that a long time ago. One of which in this round. Kersey gets scared by the bullets coming through the wall, so he moves off. He goes back towards A. And Body on the reapproach into the B-bomb site. Towson's up on top, PR beside him. Should be impossible to take both down here, but he has separated them into 1v1 fight. Shouldn't expect the second player. Same position, what, Towson? No way! And now once again it falls to Kersey. Grenade goes in, and thank God he had that HE. Oh my God, how has Body come close to winning that one? Yeah, big clutch for Kersey though. Right, ZTR jumping back into the Molotov. We got Body again. Sprinting forward, he's got an opening kill, but it's 3 for GamerLegion, 2 for 3D Max. That was bloody quick, Yanko. That was very fast.
Yeah, they were absolutely sending it. GamerLegion, 4 players towards A, because that was just a sort of a quick B play that they stopped. So made an educated gamble. The 3D Max wasn't going to try something quick towards B again, so made the 4A push a little bit safer. Still ends up in a 2v2 though, not what they would have hoped for. Rez keeps pushing. And just catches Exorcise, who was holding it but looked away, and now Lucky in a 1v2 clutch. One v one clutch.
All of a sudden, another round on the table. Towson to make up for his missed shots the previous round, and he'll do it with ease. A headshot to close out the 1v1, and GamerLegion back into the lead in overtime. All right, foundation laid. Body, or rather Boost, going over towards this B-bomb site. Body's in the connector. We've got Towson just below him. And that peek combined with the damage of both Lucky and Body, has taken the first 2 openings. GamerLegion's T side crumbles within seconds. 14-14.
Right, we saw a 4A opening in the last round workout for GamerLegion. This time it's 3D Max with their turn to play heavy A. They find 3 kills.
There goes CTR around the corner. Well, finally, the clean sheet prevented by PR. You don't want to go down with nothing. At least 1 kill comes through. The scoreline once again tied up, and
opening from the side of 3D Max. Maka as well there with the op and Body in connector. So they're leaving A completely open in this round.
oh, Body ripped apart by Towson. An opening kill again from Towson. A lot of resources are committed to this triple boost.
Oh, but they're coming back.
Yeah, I mean, you can't keep the players in that setup for a long time. And Towson would have...
Towson heard this.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. So that's a lot of information. You know that it's very common to have a triple boost in that spot. So you got a lot of info to give on over, but it doesn't matter if Mac is just going to pick you apart piece by piece. Once again, 3D Max ahead on players. Mac's AWP is proving to be pivotal at this point in the game. As Exorcy steps in as well, he's finally cast aside by ZTR. A missed shot from the French sniper, but Gravity's in beside him, and we've just got Kersey, a 1v3, and his shot just don't connect. 15-14, 3D Max up to map point on GamerLegion's map pick. Maka gone first. Here's the boost again. This time it's going to pay off. Gravity with a gravitational pull of 2 kills towards him. And we've got Rez, Towson, and ZTR with a 3v4 to stop this from going the way of 3D Max. It has been a messy game. It has been very, very scrappy indeed, and GamerLegion so desperately needed Overpass in this series. Body cannot die. So he drops back from behind the dice box. Not a lot of utility for this at all on the CT side of things. They're going to use bullets and brawn instead, but Body moves forward, gets caught by ZTR, so the numbers no longer favor 3D Max. The health certainly does, though, and now the numbers once again. Under a minute left. No bomb plant yet from GamerLegion. ZTR uncomfortable to do so. That was the final piece of utility thrown on out. Towson's position is strong. Just on the left side of the flower bed. ZTR in the middle of the bomb site. Gravity, Lucky, and Exercise all coming back in for a 3-man retake attempt to finally put an end to Overpass. And once again, it has to be Towson. He's been the hero so far throughout this entire map for GamerLegion, but it looks like his hero performance means nothing if he can't win this 1v3. They run right by him, but Exercise finds him in the corner, and 3D Max finally put an end to this marathon of a first map. Overpass. 3D Max taking over the apartments. Gravity having a look down second mid and not seeing anything at the moment. That's because GamerLegion currently paused just the bottom of banana and mid. Nice and quiet, but Exercise is about to go loud as the pusher on the back lines. Hello indeed. Bonjour. And he's gone out of there.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Italian, here we go into the Italian map of Inferno. It's going to be a flashes out from First Oranges. Last running the fountain. Beautiful stuff here from the French as they shut everything down. It's just ZTR left alone. And he's only managed 1, and then he spots Exercise in the backtrack. So yeah, 3 Max just completely swallow up the GamerLegion.
Doing a great round for an Opper with no flashes in play.
Rez. Chopping up Exorcise. Here comes Maka, end of the hallway, through the smoke. Down into the waiting arms of PR, who is very surprised that Maka is there at the bottom of the stairs. Maka going again for a little bit more here, flashes up into the sky, and he's actually so aggressive and so confident. That's crazy, but he's lost his life, and now all the pressure's on Lucky inside of the A-bomb side alone. His teammates are a long way off in the rotation over here as well.
But that smoke really stops GamerLegion in their tracks. What do they do now? They're fairly committed to this. Waiting for Towson to come from apartments.
And CTR, there they go, back and forth, and Talson into the site. So Body comes back on over 1v2 recovery of the round required. He hasn't got a kit, so he has to move quite quickly. He has got an incendiary, at least he can put that down, but re-smoke at Moto? That's made things almost impossible, so... Interesting decision made by Maka. We all do strange things sometimes. We've got Talson up through Banana. Just waiting on the half wall. Flash is coming up over the top. Oh, Talson, he got slowed just as that was happening. Body bursting through that smoke. Talson not ready to handle it. And ZTR kills Kersey. Oh no. Just gets a word, you know, it's a bad day for Kersey. Keep getting worse. Rez is turned to try and pull it back. Lucky's up on top of the sandbags. Maka, in the meantime, is taking Rez's only friend in the world away. And 3D Max respond after their first round loss with immediately getting back to winning one. Kersey with an AK-47. See what he can do with it. Boosted. That's a nice play. Yep, that's exactly what you need. Yeah, he needs a lot, and he got a lot. 2 kills up towards top middle. Better weapons now available for his team. And then they run right into the guillotine. Oh, Maka rolls it out. Talson able to fire one back, but Rez on a Glock? What is happening? What are they doing? Body walks right into the Glock. Gravity's now 1v3. Oh, 3D Max. It's more of the same. We're back to Overpass. It may be Inferno, but we're still getting the craziness, and Gravity has a shot at winning this. Flash goes towards the pit. Talson's just a little bit off towards default. And if he takes down the rifle, then it is only the Deagle inside of the pit, and Gravity has a shot at this. But well, speaking of shots, there's one right between the eyes, handed out by PR. Yeah, Maka didn't really get the AWP out that often early on in regulation of Overpass. It was in overtime where he started finding success with it. He's up in the apartments here.
Nice triple HE for that close mid position. Signaling, you know, a later A take potentially, but they back out towards B immediately, and Exercise gets the better of PR in apartments. That's the Apps Lurker. So should free up some extra rotation towards the B side potentially. When Rez is trying to take the place of PR on the lurk as the sneak comes in from Kersey.
Talson moving up into position. It's going to be Body. Taking Talson out of the equation. And we've got 3D Max heading up into the lead with 5 players staying alive in this round so far. ZTR could try and prevent that clean sheet. He will do so by taking 1 single kill, but that won't really matter whatsoever for 3D.
Body taken out by the double HEs. Gravity will take his spot. Dangerous game he's playing.
Yeah, very dangerous game he's playing. But at least he's still able to play it until now as the bullets get sent through the car. Kersey to drop him, and you know, it's so crazy how this game has been like this. You can watch GamerLegion barely find a kill in the last round, then immediately come back with a buy, and now 3D Max can't hit back. And it's very inconsistent, very back and forth. And the scoreline going to be traded again to 4 apiece. Exercise would have to go absolutely huge if there was any chance to pull this round back. And in the meantime, ZTR is checking towards B, and there's time enough to bring it back as well. So he's calling that. You can see them just starting to slowly backtrack away. Actually, since they're going to the peak, and Kersey's ready to punish that. Lucky has no HP, so can't do anything about this, and it is 4-4.
Just the power of opening kills, right? Taking down Body with the double HE. I'm not sure how Maka died to PR on mid. If PR went for a quick peek from Boiler, play to their own strengths, because now they're behind on their own map pick. But still 1-0 up in this series. 3B opening, but it's looking like a quick mid take from GamerLegion.
Yeah, utility up towards top middle. Mac is going to drop back and play from the bomb side. They're going to go quite fast around the rapid long.
They're traded places in the bomb side.
Shot from Maka and Exorcise. Smoke up in the middle of the site. There's Talson, start of the smoke. Gravity's head no longer attached to the rest of his body as GamerLegion looking to try and extend their lead. If they don't, it's all tied up again. It's not looking possible. Kersey would have to pull off a spectacular 1v4. He has taken XSCs out of the equation. Is there anybody else that might offer himself up? It might be a difficult double peek here, and he's also going to be paranoid about the possibility of being flanked from short. Fakes the plant. Takes it one more time. There's a quick tap to the head of Lucky. Kersey looking for a highlight moment, and he is just clutching this up. Kersey for the clutch, the 1v1. It is spectacular inside of the site so far. He's had so much criticism, but finally, we might just be able to see a big old highlight here from Kersey. Plants in the middle of the site, and he goes up into the open. And in the GamerLegion jersey, he'll get himself one big highlight. It really is going to open up. He opens up Telson. Last round of this half. 3D Max so desperately need 5. There's a first step in that direction. Should be able to convert a 5v4. Let's see. They lost a big clutch scenario earlier, just a couple of rounds prior. Probably still shaking from that one. Grenade goes a little bit deep to be impactful. Flashes. Trap body in behind the sandbags. Oh, he's really trying to get away with one on Rez. He can't do it. Oh no. 3D Max once again. Numbers advantage situation going against them. GamerLegion fighting forward. An 8th round teed up if they can win this on the B-bomb site in the post plant. And straight through the smoke. An important kill from Lucky. Oh, missed shot from Matt. Got so damn close to getting one on PR as well. But it's a 2v3. There's some utility available. But they've just been re-smoked at the coffins. There's one back from Exorcise. He can take a breather. Oh my god, ZTR. He's got the... Oh, Lucky's got the read, but he can't get the kill. ZTR, such an important frag to pick up, and Exorcise gets caught with nades out. From 5v4 to the turnaround to GamerLegion. To see all 3. Dust 2, the decider. It's got to take a fantastic T-side here from 3D Max, and it needs a good start. Needs this pistol. Not off to the races at all. DTR, he's got himself the opening with a grenade. And they're going to chase it down. Body on the follow-up. No kill yet from 3D Max to respond. Eventually, that should be coming through here. Dive into the bomb site. It's Kersey and ZTR. Kersey keeping it clean. Looking fantastic. What a turnaround. 13 and 7 for him, leading the way for his squad. And Gravity just hiding in the pool. So, no way he can really do anything about this. Now there's so many targets coming his way.
See the retake for top banana. Rez comes over as well. Just to throw an HE and goes back. Second half wall smoke. So I think dies to the boost on Wood. Now it's a man advantage situation for 3D Max as they're going towards the A bomb site.
And Ruz straight through the smoke. Gravity gone. 44 seconds left. Bomb way to top middle alongside plenty of utility for this 3D Max execution. Needless to say, you need to win this round and many more after to start getting into this game again. And Rez is going to be the player tested alongside. He's so comfortable in this spot. It's another one from Rez. 2 kills in the round, keeps it a 3v3, but look at the time. That's the issue. 20 seconds, and you've still got a flush PR out of pit. You've still got one player in the bomb site. It just is going to be so tough here for 3D Max, especially with the distraction set up by PR. And then Kersey's just not missing much today, at least in this map. He's got himself another double inside of the site, and Lucky gone. He might die after the time. He might die after the time with $350. Seems like he just got away in time. So at least he'll have the AK, but...
This is a great start for GamerLegion. 2 HEs that do, you know, over 80 damage to body.
That's a good start for Lucky. That B-bomb site now under a lot of pressure with nades. It's going to lock out ZTR for the time being. He's got a rotation of res coming in, and ZTR aren't able to get anything. You don't have res close by enough to go for a hero triple kill again, so no real fight in this one. It's going to be a safe call for GamerLegion. Their money's running dry. Massive turnaround. And if you could take these 3 rifles away, straight away, that would be huge as well for 3D Max. Percy straight down middle. Throwing a little bit of caution to the wind, and gets traded out 1-for-1 with Gravity. Pushing up, it's ZTR to drop body. As long as Lucky can get the second kill without going down, it shouldn't get too messy from this point onwards, even though they're all low. PR's on the other side of the map.
That was close. If Talson could just hit maybe one more bullet even, we've gotten that kill. Side. Now they have a 3B opening, but 3D Max is just sneaking through this top mid smoke. GamerLegion is completely unawares. Kersey just catches them on the pixel. Maka patiently gets PR, and they dispose of Kersey. Now the bomb side is there. He just looks away, and
he gets back to it somehow. Yeah, ZTR just coming through. And Ecstasy is able to drop him. So bomb is planted. It's going to be another round here for 3D Max. And this gap isn't looking too crazy anymore, Yanko. I mean, we're looking at 11-8 at this point. And it looks like a mountain to climb. GamerLegion. Oh, Kersey, nice shot. Just about got that one unlucky. So 5v4, ooh, Talson, he's in the jewel, but he comes so close to dying, but he's able to get the response, and so it ends up being a 2-man advantage for GamerLegion to kick this off. So all of a sudden, we stop talking about that comeback, and we start thinking about GamerLegion on map point. Yep, it's happening. Here it is, map point for GamerLegion. Kersey delivering some impact all across this map. He's 18 and 10. You know, he gets 2 in the AWP here. The first half, he has a critical clutch.
This is a great reposition from Gravity. He can catch Kersey off guard. He can find the kill and get the bomb down. There's a chance. But if he takes too long, the push from B is going to come into effect. And
yeah, still a tough round ahead of Gravity. Kersey's left. He's all the way over towards B. Feels like he's going to waste a few more seconds here figuring out when to plant, and he's going to put it down on the back of the bomb site. Not going to feel comfortable to leave the site, and you're going to be pinned in that corner. So that smoke certainly helps. Gives him a comfortable angle. Actually can spot out Talson, but Talson is so sharp, gets the headshot, denies the clutch attempt from Gravity, and will grab map point for GamerLegion. Yeah, he dodges that grenade at least. That might have actually ended him if he was standing right in that spot. He's 27 HP. Start 3D Max are hoping for. Not getting a clean entry, taking a lot of damage from the early banana utility.
Yeah, and 3D Max are just going to wait out the smoke and group up towards the B bomb site. We can see that's the correct call because GamerLegion rotated over to 4A.
Flash towards Talson. Good clearance from body. Opening kill. B bomb site completely under wraps, and a save call for GamerLegion on the A side of things. There's not a lot of money left over on a couple of these players, and you know, the AWP might as well save it instead of throwing a low HP AWPer back into a 4v5.
And if they want to try something a little bit crazy, that my players are ready to punish that. See the trade in HEs and the trade in damage, ZTR and body on half HP.
Kersey able to come away from the apartments with an opening, and there's been very few rounds where it feels like 3D Max have been comfortable winning 4v5s. So Kersey's opening kill could prove to be enough to close out this map. Oh, PR into Boiler. Exorcist ripped apart, and that's it. Surely now. A 5v3. Body low in HP would take a big mistake out of these GamerLegion players as well. There's one kill offered back. PR out of that. And Kersey inside of the site, and he's been doing so much good work, both T side and CT side in this exact position. And Body arriving. 2 players here. The Molotov has to be so important. There's also a smoke going down at Moto that will sever off PR. Flashes, throwing everything, including the kitchen sink into this one, but Kersey still chiming in. Rez on the follow-up, and we've got map 3. We have got it confirmed. 13-10 for GamerLegion. Enough room to come back into the game. Even though they had a solid second half performance, there was just so little done. So need a better start here. Here, Gravity walking up into the tunnels. Rez is going to clear him out with a P250. Another shot from Rez. How was Rez not taking any damage? Like, how have none of these bullets landed? He's going to pin himself in the corner in the tunnels. And Rez finally getting another follow-up on the P250. Towson sending one right back to the head of Lucky, and it's a great start to the pistol here for GamerLegion, and now it's time to finish it. Time to barrel into B with Body in the corner. Waiting to go. They're going to start running out. They don't check him, but how many can he really get? There's one, and that's it. Just tough shots to the USP to get a multi-kill in that kind of situation. And XOC is coming through the window. Well, not much of an opportunity for him. He's about to be pushed from mid as well, so he's taken out from PR. And that's the pistol round picked up for GamerLegion, started by Rise. Here it is. CT side open. Dust 2, down in the mid doors. Let's see if he can start delivering some impact for his squad.
Nice angle from Maka. Can't connect on the shot. Lurk smoke comes out for B.
Well, Exorcise, he's going to have to deal with quite a number of players coming out of that longhouse in a moment. Towson and Rez ready through the lower tunnels, but it's Exorcise and Pit with the assistance of MongolZ, who will take the initial shot and the initial attention. 2 quick kills from 3D Max in this round once the attack actually starts coming through. And GamerLegion are not breaking through anything. 44 seconds remain in the round. Towson steps up to the CT fight, will peel away with Gravity's life. But you have to remember, while all of this is going on, the bomb is dropped at long. So it doesn't matter how much ground they gain in middle. If they don't have the bomb, they ain't getting into this round at all. Towson's got money left over here, 4.3k. It's going to be a great buy in the next round regardless for GamerLegion. Might as well go die.
Yeah, and that was interesting padding from ZTR after they get out long. Usually both players hug the wall towards blue and see if they can get a fight towards pit while the Opera is holding the corner. Long rush. Long rush.
Still sending out. It's going to be Towson into the attack. 2 kills. 1 headshot at each piece. Red's able to follow, and you know, that's a pretty successful start to the round for GamerLegion. That long rush you mentioned, Towson making sure that it's very successful. And the thing is, they don't even need to run with it because the bomb's in lower tunnels. Kersey's joining with ZTR, and now the B bomb site player has vacated the area. He's now in middle. The short player's just been spotted by Kersey and decapitated within a second. And Lucky is now 1v4 with nothing to do.
Cat. And they're even going into a 3B, actually, 3D Max. With Maka coming over on the AWP. About to go for a peek.
And Maka stepping up to the mark. Here he goes. Into the B tunnels, and away with a kill on Towson. Let's see what the response is for GamerLegion, because they've still got Rez in the tunnels.
And they might just speed up Cat here, right? They have the AKs versus M4s. Here they come.
Through short, right into Body, but destroyed upon the first opportunity. ZTR just puts a bullet in his brain, and we've got a 4v4. And that bomb plant coming in now for GamerLegion. It's going to end up being a retake attempt here from 3D Max. You've still got Exorcist out long. The two players trying to come through mid are being watched by Rez, who happily collects the life of gravity. He'll go back again and search for this second, and no issue for Rez. Triumphant our GamerLegion when it comes to the 5th round victory here. GamerLegion fully in control. And you talked about before we got into this game, Yanko, the way that 3D Max will win this is by getting their act together right at the end, and we haven't really seen too many signs of that yet. Exorcist with a great start at long at least, is able to peel away with that AK. He'll try and be dynamic and change his positioning. And you can see how quickly him and Maka are moving through as a two-man unit.
That was a brave cross. I was going to say Gravity playing so aggressive, and he only has a 5.7 and they have 3 rifles. You know, you're not him in this round. Let your teammates play, give them an opportunity, bait for them a little bit. As they reposition around the map, and now the op is over towards that A bomb site. I think he's boosted on top of Gravity. That's a nice angle. Should net him a kill. There it is.
Yep, picked up.
5v3 now. Really important for 3D Max to convert this round. And cleanly. You've seen too many of these slip away.
Maka waiting for another one. Yeah, I mean, this should be impossible to lose this now with him. 28 seconds, bomb down, Towson not moving. They have not been able to get into this one, GamerLegion, so it will not be the 6-1 scoreline. A must-win round picked up for 3D Max. So 6-2, 5-2 rather. Maybe I just spoiled the script, Yanko, you know. Next round, let's see if GamerLegion just pick it up. Curse under the tree, I like that AWP, and he'll swiftly get into the tunnels.
Yeah, that's really...
Straight out long, it's Rez. Into the attack, 3 players revealed on the other side of the smoke, but Rez was blinded, so couldn't make the most of it. And 3D Max straight back to a double opener, make it 3 off the back of body. They predicted the play from GamerLegion out long, and they sent enough reinforcements to deal with that threat. And GamerLegion immediately are in a similar position to last round, where they're in a 2v5 with really nowhere to go at this point.
Yeah, the long...
Lucky waiting. How long does he feel comfortable to stand in this position? Got his teammates on short, and that's why he feels confident to do so. The rifles pairing up with the AWP, and Rez taking a dive as the first player of GamerLegion gone. With all the smokes up and the cover, Lucky's been able to retreat back to safety behind the double doors. And the space it has been given over to GamerLegion. There's the kill inside the middle. Gravity to drop Towson as here comes the short push. The prong to the approach is funneling into the A defenders. To jump up, it's PR and body. Blow for blow, trying to jump up on the box. Kersey's headshot will connect right between the eyes. And his body from Goose ringing out their necks. Kersey will fall. And this is beautiful from 3D Max. The way they pulled this, that's all GamerLegion have to play with. 6-5 is the most likely outcome of the next minute and 25 seconds. And with the way GamerLegion started to crumble, who knows if it even lasts that long. Smoke down from CT cross. Here goes body out into the open. Rez and Lucky 1 for 1. Now under a minute left. Here's Lucky at the window. Needs a quick shot and he can't get it. And now, oh, look at Gravity, completely awkward. Split between 2 players and just couldn't really handle the pressure from both sides. But fortunately, it's just 1 player left here for 3D Max and GamerLegion. When it looked dire for them, when they just had pistols, that's the round they get. That's the one that ends the streak of round wins here for 3D Max. They bounce back into it with all the chaos inside of mid and up to the B ramp. 3D Max couldn't handle it in the end, and GamerLegion go back into the lead again.
No round is safe to call in this series, it feels like.
No. think I learned my lesson on that now.
But I think that's a nice call from GamerLegion against a double off, right?
Peek out into the open. Nade's gonna follow up, and that's Rez. He tried to get out of that, but that grenade tracks him down. The response could be swift here from 3D Max, but there's the shot right back to the smoke. PR's got body back, and all of a sudden a 4v4 even numbers yet again. As Talson, oh my god, Lucky's missed the shot. Talson's doubled up inside the middle, finally traded by Exorcise. It's a pretty back and forth round, but the seesaw still is a little heavily weighted towards GamerLegion with the extra player. But here we go again. Effective trading from GamerLegion leaves it all on Maka. A 1v2 as GamerLegion looks to secure a 7-5 scoreline out of the first half of Dust 2. Maka to make the difference, and he can't do it. He'll hit the shot onto ZTR, who will burn down to 1 HP. Max, currently one player defending, it is Talson. He's gonna have a look down into the tunnels, attempting a headshot. Can't land them. Bullets whiz by the heads, but not going to be connecting, and Talson at least getting one here. He's going to die, but at least he gets one kill. Looked like for a second he wasn't going to pick anything up, but the rest of his teammates able to come in and assist. And GamerLegion are a player up in this situation, but 3D Max, to confirm at least the bomb plant is huge. They have the force buy going into the next, but let's see what they can get out of this. Maka at the window. ZTR's back turned. Nearly a free kill to draw it back to an even numbers game, but unable to sink the kill, just the damage. There's a tunnel player coming back in. It is going to be Rez on that. No kit available on the 3 remaining players, so they move swiftly. They move in. Maka to make magic happen, and he can't do it. He can't hold back GamerLegion. Off to the left side, and Talson happy that his teammates could secure the job. Maka looking down in the middle. He's going to have a peek against Rez. Ooh, close. Oh, even better. Damage done from Exorcise, and then finished off. Here comes the play into the B-bomb side. Talson this time's got a rifle, and it's not just one, it's 3. Talson shuts down the French attack into the B-bomb site, and Exorcise has nowhere to go. All of his teammates dead in an instant. 9-5, 4 spies gone. Eco up next. And very likely to see double figures for GamerLegion. But no round, like you said, can be called, it seems, in this game. Exorcise, at least, for GamerLegion, getting caught there. So he's down to 13 HP. Through multiple smokes. Making no secret of it. He's gonna try and get a bomb plant. That's not a bad idea at all. Oh, well, he commits over the top, and ZTR will deny even that. Too much lead to his head.
I didn't know there's 2 A players, 2 B players. Got only a couple of upgraded pistols, so perhaps a run boost out cat.
Try and face him at multiple different elevation points. PR overwhelmed by just the sheer force of players running at him. It could get a little hairy here for GamerLegion. Should be a 10th round comfortably, but it's not looking that way at all. Grenades going in. Rez burning away Lucky. It's Maka and Gravity, a 2v2. They don't have the best weapons. Gravity has barely any health, but a bomb plant tap to try and pull them into the open. Not going to be a commitment to the plant itself.
Why not?
And he's just going to leave the site. You know, now he's going to go back to the plant. We'll get it. We'll confirm the plant, but he's dead as Talson cleans on up. And Ash is starting to get really loud now because these are such important rounds to pick up, because that looked like it could have went either way for a moment.
Round. They might start getting some momentum back. Up on Kersey, up on Maka.
PR into the open. Flash goes right ahead.
That was a great flash.
Yeah.
Just the blind spam from Gravity does the trick.
Well, they'll hold the advantage off of that for the time being, but Gravity also losing a little bit of health. Lucky ready to punish an aggressive maneuver from the CT side, and yeah, this is much stronger, at least in this round. Just all the aggressive plays and peaks from GamerLegion don't work out. I don't think you can be massively frustrated about it, but you know, I guess that's the risk you run when you go for proactive rounds on the CT side. You can't just lose the fight and then it all falls apart like that. 1 round loss and they're down to an M4, a UMP, 3 pistols. So some aggression. Name of the game again. It's damn close. Rez gets the dink. Kersey has to try and clean it up, and a missed shot from Maka was almost his death sentence. And Kersey, great timing to get the feel of when that lower push was coming in.
Body and Maka have 10 HP combined, and Towson on the flag. This is looking dire for 3D Max.
Yes, it is. It's about to crumble. Oh, he's lucky to get one there. That was looking like it was going to be nothing for just a little second, but Towson able to stabilize just enough. But yeah, I mean, these 2 low players, you're pointing out, Yank, 10 HP between 2 players. I mean, that's where the pistols just get 1 shot. The UMP melts them. But that kind of push, ooh, that's what they would need. And another one here. And luckily, Kersey's not going to be spotted. But that's smoking. Grab body. Oh, body spotted him first. And now the chances of winning this round fall all to PR.
Well, Kersey saw the bomb on body, so that's why PR isn't moving anywhere. He's just sticking around to see if they maybe try to just go B regardless.
There's one.
But now it's still tricky to go B. I mean, he will spot them.
Oh, body's low. Oh, could have been a 1v1 right there off the back of that. PR just couldn't connect the shotgun. Okay, into the open, but pulls his knife out. Oh, he hit the hard one.
Going to bait out a lot of utility from the B players.
Well, it's going to be a long hit this time. ZTR nipping into the smoke and then getting away with the kill.
Not blinded even for half a second.
Yeah, not great flashes. Well, he was there for half a second and now he's back to safety inside of the site. So in terms of getting a clean opening, that's what you want if you're GamerLegion.
Problem is no lurker for 3D Max when they were going for this long push. So look at the positioning from Rez and Towson. I mean, Towson is in T spawn, Rez is in lower B. This is going to be a very hard round for 3D Max to recover in.
Yeah, and that smoke does nothing because of where Rez is. In terms of he knows there's no one trying to play up onto the Xbox.
It would have to be a massive misplay from GamerLegion.
Towson's creeping in behind.
The only thing they have going for them, 3D Max, is that the remaining utility for GamerLegion is on the 2 flanking players, so not going to be utilized as this hit comes in.
PR elevated position with Kersey taking first contact. Rez has actually decided just to join them up through short, get there as fast as possible. Towson's still waiting for his moment to strike. That helps. Mac has killed his own teammate. GamerLegion loving this right now. ZTR on the cleanup, opened the round and looks to close. It's going to be PR, the man to do that. And they get
believing in the calls. Let's see what it is going to be this time. An aggressive cat take, Gravity leading the way.
Gravity. Maybe taken down by PR at short. Body's going to try and burn Rez into the open. Rez will oblige. Body will win the fight.
Kersey again sneaking through the mid doors.
Yeah, this play didn't work for him earlier. Body spotted him as that smoke faded. Now Body's going to do it again. Not even through the smoke fade, just a spam down through it.
Didn't work last time, so why not go for it again?
Yeah. If he does it a 3rd time, man. Well, we got a 3v4 for GamerLegion with a minute left on the CT side. ZTR was the hero of the last round. We'll see if he's able to get another piece of impact towards long. PR defending a solo. Towson just outside of the B bomb site.
Yeah, nice little freeze from 3D Max to wait for a push. Doesn't seem like it's going to come in. So now they're still grouping up towards Cat, it looks like, with Exorcist on the lurk long.
Oh, he's definitely got the timing here, Exorcist. ZTR has to back away and try and
5 seconds.
Get in a better position to help out PR, especially when the nades start coming in. You see ZTR is just pulled up completely. Focused on this short take. ZTR is going to help out. Oh, PR burns. The ZTR, here's the flank. And he couldn't stop Exorcist. Bomb loose, and Towson set up for the clutch. Can he do it against 2? Climbing on the boxes. Exorcist, I believe, seen his feet climbing up, and look at that yell from Body.
Defending Maka while he's planting the bomb. Still enough money for a buy for GamerLegion. Kersey on the AWP. The T's don't have one, but they're grouping up towards B early.
Here's a quick play. Towson has been good so far in this second half at shutting down these faster B plays when he's had a rifle. And Towson and Rez will fend it off, and it's plan B immediately for 3D Max. That didn't work at all. Off they go into middle. Crucial round as well. Kind of crazy they decided to go for a B rush in round 21 at 11-9. Maybe, just maybe, they can fight their way out of this into the A play. But they've only got one flash. CTR's rotated over. The AWP's on the angle. There's no way they get past this. There is no way they penetrate the A defenses, and PR doubles up as GamerLegion get to series point.
Get the tag on Rez, though. Oh, and I love the call from GamerLegion.
PR sprinting up to top middle. What a position to have at this point in the game. Maka down, 5v4, answered and responded to by PR, who just lines up another two in the lower tunnels, bomb loose. And 3D Max have fought hard in this series. They have not had their A game, they certainly haven't. But chances on Inferno, chances on Dust 2, but none of them taken all the way. GamerLegion now 3 versus 2 to try and close out on the series. CTR spotting his opponent, taking Exorcist down, and Lucky with a 1v3 to piece together. He'll pick the bomb up, he'll take ZTR, and the two remaining players for GamerLegion are completely separated.
He knows he's up against the AWPer and the B anchor. So let's see how he decides to play this out. Curse is all the way close to long doors, and Lucky is finding the perfect pathway into the B bomb site.
Jumping up. Okay, Lucky's won that fight against Towson at the back of the site, so it falls to Kersey to close. To take GamerLegion to a 2-1 record in his last event with them. It's Kersey who decides to go the long way. Grab the AK.
Only 8 bullets on Lucky as well.
He has one flash here. Lucky can go nowhere apart from play under the window. Does Kersey oblige and take that position up? Always out the car, runs into the site, and no questions asked. It is Kersey to close it out for GamerLegion to go 2-1 here in Belgrade at FISSURE Playground 2 CS.